Okay, some of you wanted to know how I do wet powder coating of my bullets. So this video will pretty much cover the entire process. It's pretty easy. There's minimal supplies and equipment needed. I basically laid it out here on the table. So let's start with the thing that's in the way. This is just a simple wire rack that has been made from this wire mesh from Home Depot or Lowe's. This is what I do drying and baking on. Works like a charm, many thousands of rounds. You need some bucket with lid to do mixing. Obviously your bullets. Here's a little measuring thing I use, and that's a lead powder dipper, 1.6 cc's. After that, you got your powder coats. I basically bought 4: red, blue, yellow, and white. And then by mixing the two together, red and blue made purple, yellow and blue made green, and then yellow and red made orange. Kind of. They're not exactly pastels, but it works. And then if you mix all 3 of the primary colors, you get gray at the end. One other thing that was I read about it online was to use this product, add a little bit at the end. It's hexane boron nitrate. It's micro lubricant, sort of like a talcum powder or something like that. I don't know if I need it. It works. I use it. And acetone is just a standard acetone. When I do a lot of coating, I pour it in here and then from here to bucket because it's a lot easier. And I use a little crappy kitchen scale to measure out about 200 bullets to put in the bucket. You know, when people do dry tumbling, they said, oh, it's important you have this number bucket because static electricity and all that. It doesn't freaking matter with wet coating. This could be metal, glass, whatever you want. There's no prerequisites. Powder coat I use is from Eastwood. I'm sure other brands work just the same. Acetone, whatever acetone you get. And bullets, I cast 9mm. Doesn't matter if you coat 22s or you coating 500 calibers. The process is exactly the same. Okay, so a good amount of bullets for me is about 200 to work with. So turn it on. And I already know from previous experiences that 1.624 is about 200 bullets. Close enough. Okay, so here's how we do first coat. We're gonna do total of 2. First coat. Let's just go with green, why not? So you have roughly 200 bullets in there. I'm gonna take my dipper, more or less full one, sprinkle in there. Second, more or less, I'll do about a half of it sprinkled in there. Okay, so our powder coat is in. Now, just to make life easier for myself, I'll again pour it into this container. And I know you lose some to evaporation, blah, 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 blah. Grand scheme of things, acetone is not that expensive. Okay, we will not add a lot. I mean, we will just drizzle a little bit in there. That's way enough. Cover with the lid and swirl. Now, after initial swirl, I'll open the lid so I have a chance to dry. And that's ready to go in the drying rack. There they are. Just coat it. And you want to dump it before they start getting sticky. And that's it. Let it dry. I'll put another one here, and then another one there, and then the next rack and the next one, and so on and so forth. Each rack will have about 400, so 2 of those coatings will be on each rack. And then we'll go into the oven. So for now, let's make some more. One thing I should mention too is that if you're gonna change colors, you should wipe the bucket off on the inside a little bit. Otherwise you just get with mixes of previous and current color. Like I added blue, but there was some green left over and it just made this kind of turquoise color. To me, it doesn't matter as long as they're covered, right? You can see the color difference between the two. All right, we'll keep on going. And there's a little bit of red right there. So last bit of bullets I cast quickly. Okay, let them dry for a few minutes and into the oven with them. So here's the close-up, how they look like dry after the first coat, right before we go into an oven. You can see they're all nicely coated, albeit somewhat thinly. So you can see that they're kind of stuck together. So we're just gonna shake them up a little bit and break them apart before we put them in the oven so they don't come out as a one big honking chunk of bullets. Here we go to loosen them up. And when I used to do that particular thing on the dried powder coated, all the powder coat would just rub off like almost a grater. This, it doesn't rub off at all. All right, oven preheated to 400 degrees. In we go with the bullets. Now, we'll bake it for 20 minutes. Okay, 20 minutes are up. Gloves on. Now set them down and break them apart a little bit. Okay, so we just took these out of the oven. These gotta get shaken loose relatively quickly so they don't end up being stuck together where they're still hot. Okay, they're all loose. So these gotta go for a second coat. This is just the first coat. They still gotta go into an oven. So while these cool before we can coat them with the second coat, we might as well bake these. As you separate the color, you will see that some of those things are kind of stuck together. I mean, it's no effort at all to break these apart. It's just that easy. Probably be a little bit harder if you didn't do this in between the coatings, because then they get double coated. But Here's a close-up of how they look after the first coat. So you can still see a little bit of lead popping through the coat, but that'll be second coat will take care of it. Okay, time for the second coat. 200 green bullets are in here, so let's go to our green, and it's the same amount basically. 1 full scoop and about a half. The only extra step on the second and last coat is I will add about a half a scoop of this white-ish powder. They claim it's a micro lubricant. I say that does work. So there it is, the powder and everything, and off to add the acetone. And before I stir it, I'm just gonna prep my screen. And we stir it. And it's ready to go on the screen. Okay, another first coat is done. So out of the oven and quick shake. And that's it. Okay, now we're ready to put the second coat into the oven. You can see these are kind of still stuck together from drying, so we're gonna break them loose and then put them inside the oven for the second time. And yes, they do spill a little bit. And into the oven. Another 20 minutes. Okay, second coat is ready to come out of the oven. So off it goes. Now shake it. Time for a new screen and dump it into the water. I don't know if that step is all that important, but I do it anyway. All right, well, here are the results. 2 coats, and it's all said and done. You still needs lube them and size them. And lubing is, I'm not talking about like lubing, putting the grease in the groove at all. It's just quickly coating them so they slide through a sizer quite effortlessly. So I'll show that in a minute how I do that. Let's see some close-ups. It's kind of hard to tell, but they're completely covered. No bare lead is exposed. Okay, so to coat them, here's some licks of mix of lanolin and rubbing alcohol. Here's some old ratty Ziploc bag, and the way to do this is just get a bunch of those rounds in there. I mean bunch, so it's quick. Alright, let's go with that. Spread them up on the inside back a little bit and give them a few squirts. That's more than enough. Now I'll close the bag. And this one is pretty old. Now believe me, you want to make sure that bag is closed. Okay, and now just spin them around in there. That's sufficient. And that's it. You can kind of see them glistening from being still wet. They don't glisten that much once they dried off or the alcohol evaporated. And that's it. That is ready to size. You don't want to wait too long before you size, because after casting, this becomes harder and harder every day to a certain degree, but you might as well size them while the lead is softer. When you size, you can load your ammo right away, no problem, but you do want to wait before you shoot that ammo, because at that point you do want to get the maximum hardness out of these before you send them out of your barrel or out of your gun. So I usually wait about 6 weeks before I use this ammo. That being said, I got plenty, so this is not a rush job. If I needed ammo right away, I would probably load it with the copper or plated bullets. So load it, size it, load it, give a couple of weeks to mature, and send them on their way. All right, catch you guys later.